Hello and welcome to the video walkthrough for my vehicle maintenance log application. This is a final project for data structures here at DMAC, and let's get right into it. I'll show off the functionality of my program. So to start, you insert the make, model, and year of the desired vehicle. So we will say Mercedes 300D. And then for this example, we'll leave the year empty and we see all fields must contain text. So we go in some input validation to make sure that all the information is entered correctly and there existing. So now we can see the vehicle is added to our vehicle log. We can go and add SL 500 1995, add another vehicle to the log. From here we can change our view to the maintenance and future maintenance tabs down here. We input the desired vehicle to view or modify the maintenance log for. So let's take note. Our Mercedes at the top are both inputted with uppercase Mercedes. We will use lowercase to show off the input validation here, and we send both of them to be lowercase just so it's not something the user has to worry about. SL 500 1995. We'll also put the wrong year here, and we'll see that it tells us the vehicle was not found, as this is not existing in the log up here. So we can change that back to the correct year, and then we see our headers here. For maintenance, we could just input some dummy information. So a date, 100,000 miles, $50, relevant part number, and then the description, we'll just say fixed paint. And then we can click the add maintenance button here, and we see that our input gets put onto the maintenance log itself. And we could add a little bit more. We'll say 50,000 miles, and then we'll say 500. And then for this one, say we don't want a part number. It's just not relevant. Maybe we just detailed the vehicle. We didn't actually do any replacements of parts or any repairs. So we can add that. We can see that we do not require all fields to be input for this, and then it is appended to the log. The future maintenance log works very similarly, although it is set up as a priority queue data structure. So we can see this, we'll put some prices. Description could be a new front seat. And then the priority could be 3. So we'll add that, and then let's say we had a big or we gained a lot of miles and we're needing an oil change soon. So we could say there's the part number, oil change. And this is going to be pretty important, so we'll put the priority at 1, and this is automatically sorted to put the first priority at the top. And then just for another example here, we could say priority 2, and that will go right in the middle to follow the priority queue rules. And then looking back at the original maintenance log, we can also see the use of the sort buttons here on the left. So sorting by mileage, it will sort the log entries by mileage, and then price as well, sort it by price. And then from here we can also go and we can change the vehicle that we're viewing. So we can go back to the other older Mercedes, and there's nothing input here, so it's blank, but it works the same way. And then we can always go back to the original one that already has entries, and we can review those. Within the code itself, we will first show off the linked list, and this is one of our methods here in the vehicle class to check and view all of the maintenance items, which shows the use of the linked list well. So first we gather the input for the vehicle's information, the make, model, and year here. And then we are searching um, for entry in the main log, which stores the information, and we find the matching make, model, and year. This would be the first part of the linked list, and then from there, searching through the matching entry within that main log, we go for the maintenance items that are appended to this array. This is where the linked list comes into play, as the original make, model, and year are pointing us to where the maintenance items relating to that vehicle are stored. From here, we are able to insert the maintenance items onto the text widgets for the application. The other data structure used for this program was the priority queue, which is also seen in this method specifically and also else throughout the program. But this specific line right here is what we're looking at. This is sorting all of the future maintenance entries based off of this priority variable here. This follows the rules of the priority queue, as the um, array or the queue should be sorted based off of the associated priority. And this is always called prior to printing any of the future maintenance items for the user to be seen. Through the code, we can find the additional features for sorting by price and by mileage here. Both work in similar ways. They search through to get to the correct associated vehicles maintenance list, and then we take advantage of the Python lambda function, and we are able to sort the maintenance entries, for example here by price, and then again by mileage. This works like a selection sort, as it iterates through each element individually and then appends that element to a separate, non-existent, but separate sorted list, and then returns the sorted list at the end of the function, fully sorted based off of the designated field. Looking at the file that contains the unit testing for the program, we can see the various unit tests that are testing the different features that have been added to the application. Going to the bottom here, we can go ahead and run them all and give it a minute. Close our GUI. Here we can see all 8 are passing. We do have various tests here. So the sort features are both tested. And then we also test the future main. This is a priority queue data structure, so we're testing to ensure that the priority queue rules are being met and the sort is occurring. We can also see just adding future maintenance entries as well as normal maintenance entries, and then testing viewing maintenance with bad vehicle input. So this is testing the input validation here, and take note that the expected return here is an error message that would notify the user why they are not achieving what they want from the program. And then the remaining tests include just adding a vehicle and storing that, and then adding a vehicle with unfilled, so more input validation, and once again taking note that it returns the error message so the user can take note of why it's not working correctly. And this has been my program, my vehicle maintenance log application, and thank you for viewing.